Right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. My name's Tristan Mortlock, and this is the YachtMaster. Today you join me in Copenhagen, Denmark, on board this 2021 Fairline Targa 45, which is owned by a gentleman called Klaus. Very nice guy. It's his first boat, and he and his daughter are coming on board to learn a thing or two, hopefully from me. You know, I might have one or two things to offer people, do some training. This boat is fitted with the Volvo IPS drives, and he's very confident using the joystick because the boat can move sideways, back, front, forward, whatever. But he wants to learn how to maneuver the boat using the wheel and the two sticks.
We're delighted to announce that this series has been brought to you by Aquabanners. Aquabanners are redefining water entertainment with luxury modular inflatables for yachts, resorts, and luxury waterfronts worldwide. Using the finest materials available, Aquabanners designs ultimate inflatable yacht marina systems to fit yachts of all sizes with tables, seatings, slides, climbing walls, and room to park all the water toys. Picking your colors and adding your logo creates you a bespoke inflatable system that gets noticed. Optional Pantone color matching of the materials is available to give you the ultimate in a custom finish. Contact Aquabanners today about their resort and day club packages that can easily put up to 100 people on your waterfront, thereby creating unforgettable memories. Thanks again to Aquabanners for powering the YachtMaster.
So I'll be here for the next few days showing them how to operate their boats. And if you are a boat owner or looking to buy your first boat, then this video series, the YachtMaster, will certainly help you. We also talk through the safety equipment to be carried on board, what to do in case of emergencies. So I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. Do check out the rest of the episodes of the YachtMaster series because you might find it very helpful. Guys, I really hope you enjoy today's video. So, what would you, let's say you got to abandon the boat.
Yeah.
Let's picture the boat's on fire. You've attempted to extinguish the fire.
Yes.
You're unable.
Yes.
You are the captain aboard the boat.
Yeah.
You've ordered abandoned ship.
Yeah.
What would you hope to have inside the grab bag?
Flares.
Yep.
And a flashlight. I would do my VHF radio certificate so that we could have a handheld
VHF.
radio.
Yeah.
I think the flares would be and something. As I understand, they're both handheld flares.
Okay.
There's also something that can shoot like a rocket.
Yeah, it's called a parachute flare. Yeah.
And that should be in there as well.
Okay. So that's all you have. You've got a coastal grab bag.
Yeah.
And all you have in here is flares.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's enough?
What we don't have is like equipment for if people fall overboard, for instance. But then you have the life raft, the jackets on.
The jackets, and you got the throw line.
Yeah.
This thing here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the grab bag, as you said, you want a VHF radio.
Yeah.
Okay. I would recommend a waterproof GPS receiver.
Yeah.
That'll give you your position.
Yeah.
So all it's about in emergency situations is increasing your chances of survival. There's not one single thing you can do, it's multiple things, okay? And what do you want to do to increase survival? You want to decrease the time it takes for rescuers to come to you.
Yeah.
And how do we do that? By giving them exact positions. If you say, oh, we left port such and such an hour ago, we're about, we think, maybe 20 miles away, it's going to increase their search and rescue time and their search and rescue area. If you say to them, right, I've got my VHF, you're on VHF channel 16, you do Mayday, 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 okay? And you say, we're in GPS position, X degrees north, X degrees east, whatever it is, They then will pinpoint that to where you are.
Yeah.
So your rescue becomes, search area becomes shortened, increasing your chance of survival. Okay, so now you're in the raft. You've got your VHF, you've done a mayday, they've responded. First thing you want to do, okay, is give everybody a seasickness tablet.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
And you're the captain. Anybody says, no, I don't need one, you make them take one.
Okay.
Even in our situation with professional seafarers, everybody will take a seasickness pill. Because it's so easy to get seasick. Have you ever been in a life raft?
No.
It is not, it's horrible. Okay, we got people in there, you got a little bit of movement. When one person gets sick, everybody gets sick.
Yeah.
So you want to take a seasickness tablet immediately.
So we need to put those in the bag as well. Yeah.
No water for anybody within the first 24 hours. You want to preserve your water. You as a captain, you got everybody in a life raft now, you want to keep the morale up. What you have to do, you got to set tasks for everybody. In the life raft, there'll be like a bailer. Your job is to bail the water out.
Yeah.
Give something them to think about.
Yeah.
Normally you have a lookout point. So you want to keep the raft closed for insulation. Somebody with their head through, they're the lookout. Somebody could be on the radio doing the calls. Yeah. Somebody could be, you got to think about jobs for everybody to do. So it could be, cleaning. Somebody might have an injury, so somebody's taking care of their injury, and just keeping the morale up. But what I like to do in these situations is just give you guys worst case scenario, because if it does happen, you're going to be so prepared that you're going to be so comfortable. Not if it does happen, not when it does happen, if it does happen.
But yeah. So,
all right. Okay, just one bit of advice here I've noticed is you unplugged from the boat first.
Yeah.
That cable is still live.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if you accidentally drop that in the water?
It shuts that off.
Unplug. Always unplug from the... always unplug it from the... It's just, Klaus, I know it seems pedantic, but all these small little touches make everything...
That makes sense.
That makes sense, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
So just before we go, we're going to be going... We're going next to this Targa, right? Is that one? Yeah.
One over.
One over. So what's going to happen, you'll notice when you come alongside the wind, you're going to be blown away from the dock.
Yeah.
Okay, so take that into consideration. The wind actually died down quite a lot now.
Yes.
It's barely moving, so it's in your favor. All good, loads of room, plenty of room. Loads of space here. That's all fenders in, Cap. If you're going to join a TSS, let's say you're joining it, say you want to go, TSS going that way, you're coming this way, you want to join it, go that way. You want to join it at a narrow angle as possible.
So here, for instance, I'm coming from here.
Yeah, so you're coming from here, you want to stay away from this, you go all the way up here, and you come and join it like this way. If you're coming from down here, you can join it here, but a narrow angle is possible.
Okay. So, but over here, let's just say that we just wanted to plain and simple cross over to Sweden. Right? Just literally that.
Yes.
Is there anything like other than the ships? Like don't bang into any ships, right?
So I can see, for example, if you look.
Because I would just look for things on the map and go, is there anything that's in my
you got cardinals, for example. So to our starboard side, do you see the black, yellow, black?
Oh yes, and I know what they mean. but I know all
Okay,
of
what does black, yellow, black mean?
So black, yellow, black is the eastern one.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, and what lights does that will that show?
I can never remember.
Okay, so it'd be
flash 6,
3.
3.
So I think
So
3 o'clock,
and then
6 o'clock.
and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
And then the north cardinal.
Two pointing upwards.
Yeah. And what would the lights be? Continuous white flashing.
Oh, continuous.
What would be the day shapes of an isolated danger? 2 all-round black balls.
Black.
In a vertical line.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
lights. That one. White lights.
Yeah.
Flat. 2 flashes.
2 flashes. Okay.
Yeah. So viewers, you may recognize this. This is the same as last week's episode with Steve and Linda. So they've got the same locking system, same lock off here. So pretty much anchoring the same. And this chain is really nice, a stainless steel chain. So when we're here, it can be quite a dangerous area.
Yes.
Okay, so when we're installing this, we got to make sure we're not accidentally pushing the button.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just put that one thing go on like this. Where's that little thing on there? And then we screw that on so the slops go out. Okay.
Yes.
Then what we want to do is when you unlock this, be very careful not to touch this thing. This is where you really can hurt yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And as we lower the anchor,
Yeah.
this can go down and lock the anchor in place. So you want to hold this
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Okay, and then go down a little bit. Okay, other way. Oh, that's not other way. Okay, so that's it. And then spin it out. So usually you would put the nose into the wind.
Yeah,
There's not much wind to it. It's going to happen anyway. But what you do then, if you put the nose into the wind, whoever's driving, you'll be dropping the anchor. The person driving will have the nose into the wind, coming back.
Yes.
So the anchor's laid out properly. That's the correct way to do it, okay? And then ideally, you want to do, so if it's, how many feet we say it was here? 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Minimum 5 times the depth, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. There's this whole thing going around that is 3 times the depth. Don't do that. If you have the available space of water, the more chain you have out, the more safer your vessel is. Assuming you've got the available depth of water and the anchor radius.
Right.
Okay. Always safer.
Okay.
Keep it safe when I close that.
Yep.
Okay. And ideally, we would undo that to keep it safe. Okay.
Yes.
But we're not going to do that right now. Well, we can stay here a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've put this down.
Yes.
Okay. So what's going to happen if I let the chain out a bit more?
Yeah.
In theory, it should lock. Other way, sorry.
Yeah.
You see, it's locked there, so it's not going to go anywhere. Okay.
Okay.
So now the tension's on here, not on the winch. Okay. So if you look inside the chain locker, we've reached the end of the chain.
Yes.
Okay. And there's a rope.
Yes.
Okay. That end of the chain is called the bitter end. Then the rope is attached to the boat.
Yes.
Okay. The reason we have it like that is if you get your anchor fouled, okay, and you're unable to recover the anchor, you can let all the chain out, then cut it and get rid of it.
Yeah.
You mark the position on your plotter.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you get a dive company to come and recover, to come and recover the anchor.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. So you can cut the rope. That's literally the reason why it's a rope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So taking the anchor.
So taking the anchor up. Okay. So again, if it's windy, you want to be driving forward.
Yeah.
You want to put as little tension on the windlass as possible.
Yes.
And let's go and have a look at the, I want to check the depth. Here. And we've got 11 feet.
Yeah. 11 feet.
So that'll be 11 feet beneath the keel.
Yes.
So it's actually more depth here.
Okay.
So what's the draft? 3, you said 3 feet?
Yeah, 4.
4. So it's more like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing to be careful of is when you are lifting the anchor, what can happen sometimes is the chain can go over the anchor chain guard. So ideally we want to be kind of lifting when the boat is in line. You can see now the stern's starting to swing that way. You'll see we'll start to line up soon.
It's pulling us there, and it's not.
It's nice and there's no. You can tell by the sound, by the feeling. There's no tension at all on that windlass. So nice and slowly, and then up. Okay. Slowly, 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 slowly. There we go.
Okay.
So now, before we put our fingers there, okay, keep that remote away.
The guard. You put the guard on first, or this one?
You put that one on first, if you can. Okay, leave it there. Great. If it goes down, it'll hook. Then the guard. Great. First thing I want you to do is I want you to get a feeling for this. Okay, all we're going to be doing are these clicks here. That's in gear.
Yeah.
That's neutral. So you have a go. Yeah, and neutral. Yeah. So if we go like this and we use too much power like that, we get too much power. We don't want that. Okay. Same going forward. So you go like that. That puts it forward on the right engine. So do you want to feel it as well? You get a feeling for it?
So,
okay. So what we're going to do now is we want to position the boat. So we're going to go into our dock. This angle here is not ideal. It's a bit narrow. Okay. So ideally what I like to do, I would like to go back a bit, then come kind of like round and then into the dock like that. Okay. And we're always looking in the direction we're going. So on the right engine, come back. Look where you're going. You want to look that way where you're going. There we go. Great. Good. Yeah, now neutral. Now turn to the right. Yeah, and then left engine backwards. Lovely. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Neutral. And now we want to straighten the wheel. So this indicates to put it straight.
so
Yeah, that way. So make sure it's centered. There we go. And then forward on the left engine. And see what we've done. We're now doing exactly what we want us to do. We want to kind of come out a bit wide before cutting in too soon. Great, good. And then which engine are we going to use forward?
right and left.
Left forward, perfect. Then neutral, little touches, good. And now the boat's doing exactly what we want it to do. We want the stern going that way, we want the bow going that way. So we can now get a little another touch ahead on the left engine, the port engine. Go straight forward, yep. A little bit. Neutral. And now we want to put the steering wheel straight and aim more that way. So now put right engine forward. Neutral. Lovely. Perfect. So what would you think we'd do now?
Go more that way.
Yeah. So how are we going to do that? Yep. Perfect. And then which engine?
Left.
Perfect. A little touch. Yep. Neutral. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit more. Neutral. Great. Okay, so now the front's starting to go that way, so we want to straighten the wheel now, put it centered, and then on the right engine go forward a little bit to stop that bow. You see now it's slowly now coming that way, so a bit more right engine forward. You got this. You're doing really well. Yeah, and right engine forward. Great. And again.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Perfect. Lovely. Nice job. Okay, so go left this way and then right engine backwards. Lovely. Lovely. And then what we want to do is to stop the momentum. We complete alongside. Well done. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Yeah. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Neutral. Cool.
That was it.
There you go. Beautiful.
Nice.
So that also worked.
You did really well. You've nailed it now 3 times in a row.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting it in my head, but I think it's
practice.
more the muscle memory as well.
The important thing that a lot of people forget is the boat. The boat behaves different when there's wind.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know aiming towards the sailing boat probably feels unnatural.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, the moment you put it in neutral, the boat is always going to be drifting that way. Okay, and it like there you thought, oh, I've gone too close to sailing boat. I said, just leave it,
Yeah.
and the boat by itself
Just
came over.
also, yeah.
So don't be afraid to leave it neutral for a little bit if you need to, and then we can position the boat the way we want it, and then come into the dock. Obviously, when there's flat calm, there's no wind, we're going to do normal docking like you've been doing the last, you know, two dozen times. When there's wind, you just got to use the wind. Don't look at it as too much of a negative, or when it's really pumping, it's obviously very difficult, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to aim for this guy a bit more. You did perfectly the last 3 goes, and you did that single engine as well. So you're a pro
Not
now.
too bad. Yeah.
That's
pretty good.
You happy with that?
Yes, I'm very. Are you
Perfect.
happy with the?
Yeah, I think
shots and the
you nailed it.
progression? Okay.
Absolutely nailed it. So first of all, Klaus, for me, honestly, thank you very much for taking part of this series. It was interesting getting everybody together because a lot of people won't want to be filmed, show their weaknesses on YouTube in front of thousands of people.
You're showing this to people.
We're showing this to people,
shit.
but the important thing I've told every owner so far is there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people like you in similar situations. They've got these beautiful boats, and they find it difficult to handle them themselves in certain situations. So, how would you sum up the last 3 days?
Yeah. So thank you, Tristan, for coming to Copenhagen, and not just staying in the Med. For whatever
That was the
reason-
original plan, by the way.
For whatever reason, we've had the most beautiful weather, and so
Yes.
it's possible to do this and have some fun at the same time. I think it's been like night and day. When you came on board, I think I told you that the joystick is so easy to use, and that I never even touched the thruster.
Yeah.
And in fact, I found out it was turned off until just recently.
The
I had to-
breaker was off, the main breaker.
I never used
okay.
it.
There you go.
The joystick is so good, but I felt like whenever I tried to use the sticks, I didn't know. Not just like I didn't just feel uncomfortable. It felt like I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
When I touched one of them, something happened that I couldn't understand what was going on, and it didn't matter how many videos I'd seen of it. I didn't, I've tried it in one of those iPad simulators.
Yeah.
Just could not get the hang of it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wanted to learn, because I'm sure the next boat, or maybe a rental or something, I would want to be able to drive a boat without using a joystick at all.
Yeah.
And so you said to begin with that there would come some aha moments.
Yeah.
And there really did. Like there were a couple of times, particularly in the first day, where something clicked. Like you said something and it felt like, oh, if someone had just told me that,
It would have been
my road towards, I would be on a path to train this myself. But if you don't know how the clutch works on a car, you wouldn't be able to figure it out without wrecking the car.
Yeah.
And it was the same here. So it's literally night and day for me.
Great.
One of the things that you said early on that made me understand it way better is if you turn the wheel to one side, use the other engine.
Use the other engine, yeah.
Yeah. I would never have figured that out myself.
Yeah. No, but you're not the only person. Everybody's got the same.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out. They get really confused. They start
Yeah.
getting frustrated themselves.
And it's also because in the water, there's not instant feedback.
No.
Right? You do something, but you have to do it for a few seconds
gotta-
before it really starts to work,
Yeah.
and then maybe it's too late. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. But also, when it's windy, the boat does behave differently.
Yeah.
And people get confused. Why is the boat not behaving like it usually behaves?
Yeah.
So in these circumstances, if we want to bring the boat round, you want to turn first, in gear, and then don't be afraid to get, if you've got space, a bit of power.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, even though you're turning, the wind's pushing you,
Yeah,
the boat
there's
won't
just
be
not
doing,
enough
you
power.
just need to get that
Yeah.
kick,
Yeah.
get the bow back into the wind. Exactly. And the important thing that you've learned now is the fender knots.
Yeah.
Positioning the fenders are so important.
Yeah.
You know, again, a lot of boat owners, but not in your case, they think they use put the fenders out and the boat's safe.
Yeah.
No matter which dock you go to,
Yeah.
if you go alongside another boat, alongside the dock, the height of the dock,
You have to adjust it.
you need
have
to adjust the height. You know,
Yeah.
if you've got the fenders, use them.
Yeah.
You know, because if you do make a mistake,
Don't do like me. I had them in storage.
Yeah, and
I had 2 extra.
and now they're being used
Now they're being used.
as they should be.
I think
Yeah.
learning the knots for the fenders is also
Yeah.
very helpful,
Yes.
because just tying them appropriately means that you can lower and raise them
Makes
easily
life easy.
without undoing the
having
knot.
this
Yeah.
whole cluster mess
Yeah.
of knots.
And it's just so satisfying to also tie up the lines, and you know, it looks nice.
Yeah.
Everything about yachting is to have a bit of a, you know, a feeling of luxury,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
to have messy lines, and to, you know, it's just it takes away from the experience.
It does.
So I
It
learned
does.
a fair bit there as well.
A lot of it is getting into habits.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, like this, like the habit of just, you know, tying the fenders up correctly, having the height. If
Yeah.
everything looks uniform and
Yeah.
smart,
Yeah.
it gives you more pride.
Yes.
In
Yes.
know in your boat.
Yes.
So, yeah. Just well done.
Thank
You've
you.
done really well. I'm very
Thank you for
happy
helping
with
me.
from 0 to where you are now.
It was
You've-
definitely 0.
You've definitely grown last couple of days. Practice. You
I
know.
will.
And if you think you're making a mistake, go out, try again.
Yeah.
Go out, try again. Go out, try again.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel so much more comfortable with this. I can't thank you enough, Tristan.
I can't
It's
thank
been
you enough. It's
Awesome.
been-
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Check out the other episodes of the YachtMaster series. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. Look forward to seeing you all next time.